Welcome to Weldon's Weekly. I'm here to review week 3 of the NALCS and give you an update, CLG fans on and non-CLG fans who might be watching this, on how the week went and how we did what we did. So, this comes right after our loss to Optic Gaming and our victory versus Team Liquid, where we were very disappointed with our fact that we should have won the Optic game, but we were scared and played scared and let them walk all over us invisibly inside our heads. Weren't doing the things that we were afraid that they were doing. We were afraid of them anyway. And then our Team Liquid game, where everybody decided they wanted to be hero and step up and crushed it. So we had a very bad training in terms of. Sorry, we had a big question mark in terms of our training partners this week. So we didn't know. We had a decent week of training. We had our first ever 6-0 scrimmages where we won 6 games and lost 0. Pretty sure that was this week. Might have been the week before. Actually, I'm getting it to be a little bit hazy now. Because the weekend was super long. But regardless, we were not exactly sure where we stood in terms of our strength because we were winning our scrims, we were doing well in our scrims, we were out drafting teams in our scrims, we were continuously progressing on our in-game skill, we were out team fighting, we were out skirmishing, but we didn't know if that was like a byproduct, of our partners or if we were actually getting better continuously. So this was like a big test. Are we practicing the right things? Are we being disciplined enough? Are we like observing things in the game and saying, oh, well, if this were a good team or if this were like a team that was like 10 times better than this, because I don't want to insult our training partners, but I want to say like if this were a team that were better than the team we're scrimming against, would they do this? Or would they punish us? Or like we did this thing here and it worked, but would it be a mistake in a real game stage, right? So we went on stage with a bunch of theories, and our tests were proven true. We succeeded. So let's go into the first games first. First of all, Echo Fox. So, sorry. First of all, Academy. Okay, so Echo Fox, what did we draft? This was, I think, another funnel attempt. Let's see. Yeah, so this is trying to counteract Sonateric with a kill lane with Vagar. I'm not going to talk you through the order of the picks. I'm just going to tell you about the comp. Okay, so essentially, oh no, I better go picks. All right, so the Darius pullout was very unfortunate. The Nico Flex is pretty normal into Silas, I think, or at least at the academy level, maybe. And then the Sona Tom. Tom is obviously a replacement for Tarek, which was banned. And that lane was then with the Vagar counter pick there. So this is a problem that the academy team has been very set on the funnel strategy. Even though they're doing pretty well with standard, they're doing even better with standard in terms of results in scrimmages. And so unfortunately, they keep making mistakes on stage and it fails, even though they're very, very good at it. It's a very tough thing to pull off, and I think on their stage game today, you can see that they kind of went with standard, and they looked a lot cleaner in the game. Because like funnel looks really bad when you lose to it with it, because it just kind of breaks down as a concept. But I'm really proud of like the efforts that they've been putting in refining their techniques, because they're training really well. They're training super disciplined. They're training super motivated. They're training very, very tight. So they're picking always the same comps and trying to work them up and trying to make them perfect. They're slipping up in these little windows in the game, and it gives the standard comp, which are standard for a reason, because on average they're better even though they don't excel massively in one particular area. It gives these standard comps like a more thorough window into the game, which is unfortunate. And then Sona Tom is just like, okay, they did the same thing that we did against them. Try to draft very aggressive, suppress this Sona Tom lane and make it so it can't snowball at all. And then you have to snowball successfully yourself, which did not work in this game. unfortunately. So we dive into the second day of Academy where we don't play, and then we jump into the third day of Academy where we played Golden Guardians. Draft in this game. Darius was a very unfortunate pickup there. Okay. So we get red side, Vansona, yay. Okay, pretty standard comp. Flexing the champions that we flex. Akali. I think Akali Rumble. Rumble's a pretty old mid flex now. They flex the Ryze Nico. They decided to put Ryze mid. And we draft Sin. Because there's not a lot of AD lockdown with like CC. But if you're gonna play this top side, it's really good to have this kind of thing going on in the jungle, like in terms of AD AP mix. Also, Lee Sin can fight Olaf, which is important. And then they unfortunately get Morgana Kate in response to our Sivir Nautilus. So brutally tough game for Auto. Anyway, so we lost this one too, correct? I think I remember. It was close but tough. Okay, so dive into Echo Fox. Leading into the Echo Fox game, we were pretty confident. Like I said, we thought that we had a winning game plan, and we thought that we are really good. I think that Ruin is disgusting, and Power of Evil is like more relaxed. He doesn't have to be the sole carry on the team. Stixay is beasting it. Biofrost is motivated, and leading, and just like a really great piece of jelly on the team, gelatining and smoothing everything out. Ray is literally God mode. It's like having a Fog of War cheat team, where he's just like dismantling the opposing junglers. He even in the GGS game, in the Optic game, it was so frustrating because he was telling everybody exactly what Meteos was doing. He was reading him like a book, but then he was just afraid of fighting him even though he knew he had the advantage. He was like, anyway, it was just like delay on stage. This is Riot's fault, by the way. They had a monitor with a scratch in it. Got it replaced, and then they couldn't change the resolution of the monitor, and they needed to re-enable the administration. Then they plugged into the wrong port, and like it was just yeah. Anyway, so let me talk through. Going into Echo Fox, we were planning on doing like a pretty normal draft, and we didn't really have anything special that we were scared of in particular that we were preparing for. We know that they dumpstered us in the draft in the last game of the split. We just had to make sure they didn't get counterpick Kassadin in the last thing. So now we know they play Kassadin. So yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of data on them because they haven't been playing Yusui. They've been playing Yusui and lost, and then they put in Apollo and Phoenix. So we didn't have any data other than the fact that these players have a lot of information that's out there on them, but not in 9.11. So that was not fun at all to draft into. Here we ban the Aurelia because we don't like to pick it first because Sejuani can be taken away, obviously. See, and then if we give it, then they can take the Aurelia Sejuani. So it's kind of like more of a red side pick than it is a blue side pick, as you can see. A lot of teams leave it open on red and ban it on blue. So we're copying that strategy. I think these bans are pretty standard. They banned. Obviously weren't going to ban Aatrox. So annoying. And we obviously weren't going to ban away Sylas, you know. Ban away Ryze, because if we ban Ryze, they could pick Sylas. Because Ryze is a good Sylas counter, or so we are told. Certainly worked well against Ruin when he was Sylas. He got solo dove under turret, and then yeah. So here we go. They banned Aatrox, which gave us the first pick Sylas. Fun stuff. And then they picked Ryze and Sejuani, because they don't want us to have Sejuani. But now they have AP damage, so it's tougher to put Ryze top, I guess. Okay, and we picked Zyra Khan, and they picked Gangplank. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you. The meta's changing, right? But I don't know how much in 9.12, so I'm not going to like talk through these picks logic like so much. I'm just giving you a little brief tidbits that I think are not painful or going to benefit our opponents. Okay. We ban Morgana because obviously we have Rakan, and we ban Nautilus also obviously because Rakan. And they ban a jungler and a top laner because they already have a jungler. And then they pick Tom Kench, which was kind of out of the blue, but he's decent in lane against this, so okay. And you're like, haha, we've been working up Trundle, surprise! And then we pick Syndra because now we know they made this massive, I would say, kind of weird third pick. So they showed us their flex. They picked Gangplank, which lets us ban appropriately for second phase. All of a sudden we don't have to ban mid laners, we don't have to ban top laners, we don't have to ban junglers or anything. Like we can just literally ban supports that counter our support lane because they picked their other solo laner and gave away the flex. So we don't. Yeah. So anyway, we knew GP was going top. We knew Ryze was going mid at this point, and so we decided that we were going to put Sylas against Ryze, even though it's a counter matchup. Ruin is like, don't worry about it. I can like get the push early game, and like if we outscale, great, and if we don't, like I can try to hold turret, and I should be fine. And until I get shift timers, or you can come relieve me and pressure him, then I can get a shift timer and we can team fight. And we have a long enough range, then Ryze is hard to play into these champs, and yeah, and then I can out team fight him. And then so cool, confident ruin, great. And then so we counterpicked the sorry. Gangplank. He said that about the Gangplank. Gangplank just fine. His counterpick value be higher on the Ryze mid than counterpicking the Gangplank. And so, but we knew obviously later on our counterpick for Ryze wouldn't necessarily be able to match him in the side lane 100%. So then Sylas would have to match Ryze in the side lane, which ended up happening because that's who they're going to send to the side, right? So anyway, we picked Syndra because obviously like he takes a dump on Ryze, so it gives us lots of beginning game prio, and then hopefully by the time Syndra starts falling off, we're winning off of all of that priority. And then they picked frickin' Tom Kench. So they kind of screwed our whole plan of being able to keep Ryze from pressuring Sylas. That wasn't fun. And then they picked Ezreal. Ezreal Tom is like such an annoying lane. Once you get them in mid lane, in mid game, they're like 2 items, right? Then it's like it's pretty tough to engage in them. They're pretty safe and they can follow up Ryze ulti, and yeah, in general it's just a pretty good draft with a pretty good win condition, but they gave away too much information, I think, earlier in the draft. And it's kind of funny because they picked a weaker bot lane, but then they also picked a stronger bot lane with Tom Kench, so yeah, anyway. I think the Gangplank is an auto attacker, right? So partners with the Sejuani pretty well too. Bad combo. Okay, but I think they drafted 3 losing lanes. 4 losing lanes. I think they lose top, they lose jungle, they lose mid, bot. And we outscale them too. So not only Maybe scaling's pretty equal actually. Only scales pretty well, but I think we outscale them because Rakan outscales Tom Kench and Trundle outscales uh Sejuani in the fight because he takes all her stuff. But then their Gangplank outscales the Sylas a little bit, and then the Ryze outscales the Syndra. So I don't know, maybe it's equal. And then Xayah and Ezreal have equal scaling, but like different styles of fighting. So it's kind of a toss-up. This was sad. They didn't have any wards for us to scan. So jumping into the game, I feel like the execution was pretty decent. I'm super, super proud of Ray. So here you can see what he did here. He goes mid off of a 4 camp. Let's see if I can show you. So let's see. So here he goes top from blue, gets seen in mid. He goes back to wolves. Then he goes and blows Cinder Rise Flash. Then he goes and takes Gromp. Bases. Back out on the map. Let's see. Oh, no, he doesn't base. Cancel his base? Oh yeah, he cancels his base. Right. Cancels his base. They still know he's topside, but they think probably he's basing. Oh, and then here, unfortunately, I think Ray called for them to go take the bot crab, so he got the top crab. He's like, go get the bot crab, but he didn't properly calculate Sejuani's timing. So then this looks like idiotic by our bot lane, but I think it was just like mistime Sejuani. Walking from base on her clear. Have a lot of good vision. But luckily it lined up with him going up to gank top, so then instead of being a 2v2 up here, it ended up we just ganked. So this is basically, I think so he's going here to cover because he thinks Sejuani might go right top out of base and gank, but then look, we see Sejuani, so then he just blows a flash. Okay, so he bases after his first clear. He gets 2 flashes. So now it's actually so hard for a jungler to revisit these lanes. You notice how often it does not happen? You notice how often like flashes are blown by junglers and then they are not abused in pro play? Like, that's because it's so difficult to coordinate like a pulling lane, like a punishable position, making sure that you actually win the 2v2 fight, like knowing where the other jungler is, making sure that like the other lanes aren't going to die when you show yourself on the gank, making sure that you don't lose objectives, keeping up in farm, making sure it's like a low risk play, so that if you don't randomly die, it doesn't tank the game. So there's just like all these factors that have to go into like a proper gank, and pulling off 2 of them is insane. And not only does he pull off 2 of them to blow flashes, but he pulls off 2 revisit ganks, which is like pathing genius. So I just want you to watch Ray dismantle Rush in this game. Okay, so he comes out from base, goes for Raptors. Okay, so they see each other, so they know Sejuani's there and Tunnel's there. So he see this very well. You can't see it if I do that, so just leave it here. Right, so he clears some of his camps. They're pinging like he must be somewhere here. They know he's bot. Okay. So bot has prio, so he goes to bot and checks for pinks, and then he goes up the river and he misses a pink. That's annoying. So like they see him here and they see him crossing through, and then they see him also crossing deep. I think Syndra actually told him about that ward, both before, and then tells him about it when it dies again. So then he knows he was seen, which is unfortunate. Yeah, he sees that he was seen there. So anyway, he then wraps up to the back catwalk here and ganks Rise, which is actually kind of funny because they think he's probably going to camps right now. Path like not aggressively through mid, and there's no camps for him here. There's no second Raptor spawn. Bombs is already gone, so there's like nothing for him here. So there's no reason he should be there. He's pathing efficiently for camps. So yeah. Anyway, any flashes on him. That's good. So first revisit to the Rise lane. It's like the easiest thing in the world. Gank setup with the Trundle Pillar into the Cinderstone. It's like unbelievable. Bleh. That was really nice. They were probably just like, yeah, we can't really do anything about this. That's kind of lame. And then he goes and clears ward towards bot. Make sure to get secure vision. Looks a little bit for Sejuani. Here he should have gone and done blue. Second blue's up. Syndra just based. I don't know. Like, Sejuani's literally on the turret right here. So, like, see? She shows in these minions. Like, that's just like, oh, okay, walk into the jungle. But nobody walked into the jungle. Come on, guys. Funny here, they both cast Cannon Barrage on each other. And then, like, they're not showing Ruin's cooldown, so I have no idea why he's not killing here. I would look in pro view, but I won't. I already have this pulled up. Okay, there's a replay of the gank. Okay, so he takes Raptors, Babadoo, resets, Babadoo goes topside, Babadoo. There's the counter gank. Ooh. So he knows they have a pink there, obviously, because it's canceling off our ward, so he stays here right outside of vision. Then he goes, and Syndra's here, but it doesn't matter, because they win the 2. It's freaking insane, so he's like, oh, hello, Sejuani, thank you for that, and I'll use it. Then the ulti's the ulti. Oh, he ulted the GP. Okay. Maybe he should have ulted the Sejuani, I don't know. Maybe people thought the GP had flash. I thought it was communicated that he didn't have it, but anyway. So, that was it. Game's over, guys. We outscaled them. Problem is, they have a good comp. They just have to do it right. Our 2 comps are like very different, and theirs, if they do it right, is super OP. But it's so hard to pull off. I cannot tell you the number of times that I have played this comp as a coach, and it's like impossible to play off. So by the way, he's trying to get the levers embrace here, recall. He's interrupted, so everybody knows that like 6A's not trolling here. He's trying to go in the levers embrace and then times it. So that sucks. But he just blows flash, which is one of the reasons he falls behind now, by the way. Okay, so get Herald because Ray's caught vision of Sejuani, I think. And then we drop it for plates. And good, good, good. I like this. This is kind of a new thing. Okay, well, first of all, he's here to gank. He's going a little bit early, I think, if I remember correctly. Like, Vince is just like, ooh, he's in too good a position to pass off, so he makes it volatile. Trundle comes in, and voila, his flash. Flashless Tom Kench is good. That's the person you don't want to have flash on. They can't eat and flash out, and now they're rooted when they eat, so it's pretty good. Ulti to secure Dragon. This is pretty common around Dragon. You blow your ulti, chunk them out, get a good trade. Then you have Prio and you have Dragon, so you can go there. And we decide to use this for blue buff. So he pulls it. There's like a semi-fight here. A little bit. Pushes him off, he goes back in. Ruin has Cannon Barrage ready for this fight. He pulls it and gets it. We engage on the Tom. And I think that we should have fought like... I think Rakan should have stayed maybe hitting turret. We're going to back out. That would have been more better. Better, huh? Useful. Anyway, a good attempt. We take blue and then we take ocean. We take cloud drake. Decent number of plates. I think 8 or something. 5. 4 on. Get any bot. 3 top, 2 mid, I guess. Bot. We get another blue, mainly so they can't steal it. Trundle hovers mid, a little bit too long, standing in a bush. They know he's there, because obviously he just gave off blue. Oh, like unbelievably obvious. But maybe he was just covering for a counter gig. I don't know. I have to hear comms. I probably should have listened to comms. Here is what Tristan's been doing all week. Oh, also he's covering for the gank here for sure. Yeah. Cinder's like, I need to push out, and I know that there's a friggin' bear pig, man bear pig, around here somewhere. Woman bear pig. The Trundle comes to help push him out the lane, right here as you can see. He's kind of guarding him, and then here comes the Sejuani ulti. Ready? Boom! Sidestepped. He's been doing this all weekend. I think he didn't get hit by a single ulti today. The game too. It's pretty insane. Here Ray messes up his pillar, so he needs to hold it and like use it right when Rush goes over. So he uses it at the same time Syndra stuns, so he should do it now. And then maybe he can stop her push, and then she's dead. So dead. Well, no, she'll just flash, actually. Never mind. But anyway, you get her flash. Have to use it when the Q. So he mistimes it. No big deal. Not. Oh, he does put a wing. Awesome. Now this is the scary part, because now they have Tom Kench. They can move. And they're moving early, and they can just TP. Big thing just poured on it. I think this is the one where they poured in. Yeah, they poured in. So we just like flash out and leave. The ground thing where he runs faster helps him dodge that, which is cool. And then now our bot lane. So now that was their play window, right? But look what our bot lane's been doing. Pushing the wave. So their play window. They fail their first part. They should already be fighting. And then they go in for the second part. But now our bot lane's moving. So we flash out. Now we're coming back in. Kind of like trying to tool them, trying to bait them a little bit. And then now our bot lane's here. So now we have Rakan and we have... and look what Ruin's doing, by the way. Ruin has snuck into a bush and is ready to TP. So he's keeping his eye on the fight, and he's like making sure not to take trades and duel right now. And I don't know if he has GP ulti or not. Anyway, then our bot lane goes back bot. I think Stixay just pinged the turret, as you can see. So we reset. Look at that timing, everybody. This is professional play. They all sync their TPs up. Jungle TPs or backs with mid, and AD carry backs with his carry also. Beautiful, beautiful sight to behold. So they maintained that river vision really strongly, took every advantage they could out of it, and then all reset together. Then Stixay TPs back to lane to get Cryo. Rakan goes mid. Trundle, they get some deep vision, some sick deep vision. Just like chunking the mid turret, too, because they know Rakan's here. And Tom Kench was delayed, like look here. See, we know he's basing now. So even his level 7 or his level 6 ulti is really low range. Like from like Nexus turrets to like inhibitor, like super low range, like Ryze ulti level 1 or something. So it's not very scary. They know he's not coming in time for them to do this. Back here. Oop. He sees them. That sucks. We're taking the third blue. Firefrost just tooling with him. Really trying to secure the river, this wave for the push. So this is a really important wave right here. We have to get this wave up in the turret. Test river strongly ahead of them. So see how they're split here now? The wave's pushed in. Ryze is catching. We have the short route to Baron, and Ryze will be coming from behind. And Zaya's already grouped. And Ezreal has to walk around, like way around. So this is like really good positioning. I think Power of Evil should probably not walk up here and try for this chunk. I think he should stay back. I don't like he does this. I'd rather he group over. But it gives the other laner like free prio to clear the wave fast without any poke and come in, but whatever. I still think we should fight on our pings and rivers, just how I think. So we have both top laners throwing their ultis here. Cannon Barrage and Cannon Barrage. Just trade a bunch of health. I think my opinion here, now that I see the result of that, is even worse than I thought. I think Tristan here gets the push. Good. Now walk into line bush right now. Walk into line, go to Drake, start it. Walk in the line, go over to Drake, start it. Force GP to TP on this timer. Look. GP is literally catching a wave right now. Force him to TP on this timer. He'll miss all of this. He'll miss 2 waves. One that he's catching and the one that just came. Perfect timer for Sylas. So Sylas should go stand out of vision. We should start Drake. And if GP TPs, we should immediately TP match and take the fight. We can use GP ulti to zone the choke. And we have Trundle Pillar. He's gonna throw a ball in there. But anyway, he wraps to mid turret. Tries to get a kill. Work out very well. Back out. Get mid turret. Keep in his top. I don't like this. But it doesn't die, so. Wait, maybe it does die. Sorry. I'm thinking of a different game. Anyway, Xayah trades. Go you. And we get the Drake. So, overall a win. Not as much of a win as I would like. By far. But also Fox is doing really good rotations. Not bad themselves. They didn't like overly expose themselves to dying to Rakan. Despite the amount of engage we had. And probably we played a little bit too safe to bench. Alright. Here comes this part. So we have like miserable engage. We just literally only have Rakan. So here comes the pillar. Rakan goes on the Olaf, and then there's like no CC fallout. There's like nothing. It's like, whoa! I charmed you! And now, just disengage, I guess, because you're Tom Kench. And everybody leaves. Yay, that was like a exciting ulti. Meanwhile, they still have freaking Sejuani. Ulti. Terrifying. So, they get River Prio because of that, because we don't have ultis and they do. So, here they go. Khan's coming back with the wards. He's fighting for it. But they have... Okay, now Wiggly's here. I actually fight for it because he's like so freaking strong. Syndra's grouped, so... Whew. Getting out rush. Alright, I'm gonna miss he knows that he has flash. Thinks he doesn't have flash. So flash is the flash is the E grab. Whatever the grab is. Gets hit by the other part, obviously, the second spell, but flash is the grab, so he doesn't get stunned up under turret. Wins it. So I think that Ruin probably didn't communicate this. We talked about it afterwards. He said, yeah, I didn't communicate enough that I was losing, but I thought that I could survive that turret dive, but next time I should obviously say, help. I need seek vision on my side. But the problem is, Tom catches 11 soon. He's gonna have a really high range ulti. If this tower goes down, it's really scary. Get really deep prio. Alright. So here we go. They just tried to gank somewhere. They don't have Sejuani ulti. They don't have Tom Kench ulti. Now they don't have GP ulti. They have like no ulti, so this is a really good fight for us because we have all of our ultis, like every single one of them. And they also don't have flash on the rise. Not that it matters. But we have all our flashes too. So, good fight. This goes in. He's already grouped. This next Drake. Khan goes in, they go down. I think we talked about this today, and the consensus was they should fight upwards here. Because Xayah like can't enter. Notice how Stixay is like I can't walk in here. He can't walk in here. Rise will just literally murder him. So he's like stuck over here. And just can't walk in and around. And he can't auto attack these guys. So he'll insta die. So I think he thinks that everybody should have gone this way onto the rise. Right here. So Trundle should just keep walking up. Colin should just keep walking up. Let Silas do his thing. Just go this way. Phoenix. Silas will literally 1v2 here and not die. Just whatever. Okay, so we get the Sejuani, which is fine. Rush flash or Ruin flashes out. Look at this. Barely dodges that. Barely dodges that. Oh, he's so good. Try. Everybody gets out. Everybody gets out. Then we have Sejuani down. And then, oh yeah, and then this happens. We go to Drake. then Rune's like trying to push the wave. It's like, ah, no! Forgot they had Rise. And Rise ulti. Didn't visualize it. Should have walked into river. Default towards your teams, guys. Solo queue, default towards your teams. Don't default home. That was default panic behavior. Running straight home. You should run to his team. Close the gap. Anyway, we reset. I don't think the team feels like there's any way we can lose this game now. I think Trundle's already 2 times as strong as Sejuani by now. Not sure how we can lose this game. Oh, they have to 1-3-1 correctly. They have to get 3 prio lanes with Tahm Kench ready to collapse on either side. Then they win. That's how Tahm Kench wins. Rise, split push. Tahm Kench Rise is the OG comp. So they want you to do stuff like this. So I don't even know what in the world Ray is thinking right now. It's pretty... Oh, I do know. Anyway. He's trying to get vision for the Sylas so that Sylas can push out. Obviously. Because like Rise is just 1v1 Dovem under tower. But he needs to go gank mid lane. Push it through mid. Not just go bot lane. Tahm Kench can just get priority on the lane. Pushing it in. I'm going backwards to be going. Okay. Anyway. Here he goes. He's going south. Guys push Rise off. But Tahm Kench is like, look at Tahm Kench. He's like, I'm getting ready. Let's go. Let's go get ready. So anyway, then they fight him. This is dumb. I don't even know why top is having bot. Anyway, Cinder completes a shift because they called her to shift to mid so that they could shift down and help with this fight. She shifts to mid. Fight. Downward. I'm looking this way at the game, sorry. And I think everybody dies. Let's see. Got where people are. Start Baron, thankfully. And unfortunately for them, we still have Sylas up. That's a bummer. Alright. Fight there, guys. They have 2 Baron buffs at the end, I think. Yep. Okay, so push waves like normal. Pretend they don't have Baron buff. Might take a mid turret. No, I think we defended it. Yep, we did. They get a dragon with their prio. It takes us longer to clear super minions so they can like have a couple extra steps in any direction. Then here they're gonna die bot, so we go to defend it. Try to get some vision. They take deeper vision, so it's really hard to defend. But we get sneaky wards, but then they tank. Then let's take wave up here and get the angle on these guys. I think that was a stolen GP. Not. I think like mostly his team. Anyway. So we lose the fight HP wise. Back up, give them turret. Baron. We give mid because Rune died, I think. Something? Or Tristan died. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we lose 1 turret because of the misplayed fight. And then we lose a 2nd turret because Tristan died. So that's just what you lose. I don't even know what in the world he's doing. Just like literally autopilot. Badonk. God. He's so dead. Anyway, poor guy. The big host is coming in clutch. Appreciate it. Okay, then up. We get mid here. So we tanked out their Baron. We lost 3 turrets, 2 of them to Baron. Sorry, 1 of them to Baron. They played. 1 of them to bad resources after a fight, so we had low HP and they didn't. And another one to Tristan dying right here. So we lost 3 turrets overall, which is better than losing the game. Anyway, we weathered that Baron, and now I think aside from the side lane pressure, so they have a fully prepped and ready Tahm Kench comp with mid prio, or like at least mid going even. Sejuani being kind of scary, and then they have Rise on the side, providing pressure that can be Tom Kenched onto, and then they have GP ulti to help out that side even. Unfortunately, I think that they game soon here. Yeah. So Silas managed to get a push up. Notice how he pushed this wave, and then like instant response. So he gets to group here. So he groups. Tries to kill Apollo. Grabs Sejuani ulti. Oh, misses. I'll just let you watch this beauty. It goes in. Whoever goes out. Whoa, dodging. Oh, is that Sedge ult right there? Yeah, that was Sedge ult. Watch it. Oh, he just flew up. Yeah, I think he was in front. So Sedge flashes to the side, throws his thing, and it hits Wiggly barely. Yeah. Anyway, Stixay went up to dodge the Sedge ult. Good call there. Wiggly gets out. Thank goodness. He's able to start warmogging it up soon. Oh, and then Apollo shifts forward. So watch this. This is the hero play, guys. This is why CLG is different than last split. They don't want to hard engage on our 3. I think if they hard engage on our 3, they lose. We want to hard engage on their 3. They want to just get prio and leave. So I think Sejuani is just as good at like staving off the engage, actually. Ulti and there's a big slow zone and they run away. They want to Tom Kench onto the side lane and kill the enemy split pusher or the enemy defender, like dive him. You know? So that's what their comp does. Now watch Apollo here. I think he's trying to kill Wiggly because he knows if they get the jungler out, they can do the Baron. No, he's just trying to kill Biofrost, I guess. Anyway, he's there. Maybe he doesn't know that our carry's still at flash. Like, I think he probably doesn't realize that. He knows Stixay doesn't have ulti. I think he doesn't realize that Stixay and Power Evil have flash still. Otherwise, there's like no way in a million years he would do this. He literally sees Power Evil right there. And she just walked around the corner. Or at least the ward is hit now, so she knows. Oh, so he's in, so. Power Evil's like, ah! Kill his guy! Flash. Everybody flashes. Zaya flashes too. Good job, Trevor. All inning on the team play. And then Ruin goes like, monkey. Watch this beautiful thing. Okay, so combos in. Can't take the Sedge ulti, unfortunately. So I think they kill him here. No, they don't. She flashes out. Maybe they kill him here and he CCs. Goes golden. Solo is trying to kill him. Decides to kill Bifrost instead. Bifrost still standing in front of the guy, thinking he's alive. He needs to get out of dodge. But they still have a rise. 1v9. Anyway, then he flashes on him. Connects. Stun connects too. And he's insta blown up. Awesome. Okay, then he's gonna rise ulti. Wrong button. Okay. Gets through. Takes the portal. Oh my god, he actually took the portal at 300 HP. Okay, that's actually 2 spells, not 1. Maybe it's 1 spell. It's close. Is that 1 spell? 215. I don't know. Anyway. Nice. Baron time. Don't die, Rune. He has TP. He can TP back. But he doesn't need to. Just walk spot. Okay, so Now the game's pretty over. Not sure that there's any way to this game here. Baron and Elder. That inhib. Take this inhib. Base after a 5v5 0 death team fight. Back top. Secure Baron vision. Stay on waves. Make sure that we're face checking the jungle appropriately as a pair. Making sure that we have vision of them. All these steps are really good. They're all natural. Barely need to communicate them. They're just happening. We take turret insta because we have 2 mountains. Miss the barrel. Okay, so now Ezreal can free hit without minions. So notice how there's no cannon, there's no what do you call it? Baron minions. So here goes Rakan. He's like calling the engage, so instead of just walking the minions up. But like once you go in front of the minions versus Ezreal, like he can just Q you non-stop. Alright, here's the power of evil. Catch with the thing, and then Xayah gets caught by the ulti. Oh, that was Rakan. Okay. Woo! Ezreal ulti is just nuts. Actually. Okay. They rise to be in, and we just kind of run. Ruin could have got out, but he went in to outplay, I think. So, that's fine. So, next time Rakan's going to wait till minions are in before just hard engaging. Like that, because they didn't lose anything. Look at their base right now. There's no minions even hitting it. Or maybe there's like a couple. Anyway. So, this time they walk it in. Then they get Baron, and then they just walk it in. Walk the waves in. Oh, they get Elder too. Second Elder? This is second Elder. Yeah. Nuts. So they just walk it in mid. Nice concave design there. Can't get double CC'd. They walk it in bot. They walk it in mid again. And they end. Good job. Okay, so that's the first game. Pretty straightforward. Didn't feel like there was ever a weak point that we could lose. Obviously, there were points when we were down and it looked rocky, but in terms of like the comms, people kind of knew what they were doing. Which brings us to today. I think this is like a testament match. Like we have to know, are we good enough? And GGS is not a good enough team to beat us if we're a good team. And luckily, we proved that. So that feels really good. The players all stepped up in their team fighting. We stepped up in draft prep. Stepped up in our macro. There's so much stuff that's just fluid that we're never talking about anymore. A lot of that is framework and foundation laid from the spring split, which feels really good. Ray is really stepping up in terms of leadership, communication. Vincent is, Trevor is hugely, actually probably second most shot calling on the team after Ray. Okay, so they ban Yumi, Silas, and then random, and we ban Sona, Aatrox, and then Tom Kench. Ban Rumble. So they first pick Aurelia, we first pick Rise, because I think that they know that Rise plus Sejuani, which is what Echo Fox drafted, is like not that super great. It's like, okay, not so much synergy. You know what I mean? Because they both do magic damage. So they want the Sejuani to go with Aurelia. So they pick Draven Sejuani. And then we pick Trundle. Yay! And Lux. By the way, your comp is fine if you can play an AD mid laner. Sejuani jungle. Then you have Sejuani and Rise and like you have an 80 mid laner or something and it's good. But if we lock ourselves into an 80 mid when they already have one of the best ones, that's kind of like troll, don't you think? So, anyway, thank goodness Trundle exists. Thank goodness all the other Sejuani counters exist too. They're the good ones. Okay, and then we ban Thresh and Akali and they ban Sivercate because they have Draven, so obviously. Unfortunately, 6A has a champion Ocean. It's the safest DD carry in the game. Ezreal. They go Nautilus Nico. So now They have a healthy mix of AP, but it's all like more or less like casting range, kind of. I don't know, like it's just really, what do you call it when you transmit something? Okay. By the way, Ruin plays a ton of Victor top, so that was a plausible flex, to be honest. Okay, so in this game, if I remember correctly, we make a number of communication mistakes, which allows us to fall behind early, but we outscale them literally every single roll. So 5 outscaling. Yikes, baby. So, yeah. They gotta win in like 15 minutes. So this is where Rise falls behind, by the way. They know Sejuani's here. They know she's walking in. They know she's riding golems. Rise cannot even walk up. Just get flash E'd, flash Q'd or whatever. And then followed up with the easiest Aurelia stun of all time. I'll have to flash the Q. Sure. Okay, so Sejuani goes back, gets the crab. Where's Ray? Ray's top, helping the push. And the gank. Woo! That was a great gank. He followed Sejuani's path, but he went like through and around. Right? Sejuani didn't see him. Oh no. He's just coming from base. I see. Comes straight from base. Then he goes a wraparound. I think Froggen, I was thinking maybe Froggen didn't put this ward here because he's not a top laner. He doesn't know the timings toward the bush. But it seems really weird that he would put it in the lane bush. Whoops, sorry. So, there we go. Anyway, get this nice gank here. Get the kill on Ruin. Or we get the assist on Ruin. They're like, they might dive mid. Victor's pretty low. It's a scary situation. Aurelia could literally just ulti on her when she's 6 and or sorry, I guess this is Nico. Fine. Not as scary a situation as I thought. I'm confused. It's late at night. I need to lay down. Okay, and then here obviously Ray is called to help push out mid, so he shows in the wave. Then he's gonna go in for he's going to check Scuttle, and the Nautilus is there because bot lane didn't call him. It's missing. So that sucks. So he dies, and I think that's pretty much 90% of the early game is that death. So now we have a fight top where it's called that Nico's coming. She's coming, she's TPing. I can't TP, my TP's down, or I don't have it. So we kill the Aurelia, and then we should probably stay on the Sejuani, but we don't know that like Ruin's gonna get all this mana back from leveling up. Go. Boom, he levels up. See? Got no mana at all. Boom, he levels up. Now he's got enough mana for a spell rotation. Like he casts it and is so close. I gotta figure out how to order. Look at the library. What does that have to do with anything? Definitely late. Okay. So yeah, if he'd stayed hitting the Sejuani, obviously killed her too. But also Nico probably should have TP inhibitors, so she was in the fight. Sad. So 1 for 1, right? Or 1 for 2? No, 1 for 1. Okay, Draven still has not done anything the entire game. Except lane. Get bot drag as we showed top for that gank in that fight. CS differential in bot lane is now embarrassing at this point. Like winning almost 10 CS with a free Ezreal. Ugh, with Klepto? Oh my god. He even has combat passive. And he has combat sums. No TP. Can you believe it? He's like literally losing to an Ezreal. It's so depressing in that case. This was also not called, by the way, so everybody's like, Ruin sucks, he runs it down. First of all, the first death was called. The first TP was called. They were like, Kristen was like, she has TP, I can't match. She has TP, I can't match. And they were like, fast play, fast play. So they killed the Aurelia, but it was not fast enough. She TP'd anyway, and she TP'd super far back. So if she TP'd on the minions, we could have escaped, but she TP'd super far back so she could catch. Then she lost a ton mid for that. So anyway, then Aurelia's going top, and it's called, but like, Kristen doesn't emphasize it. Really call it, I think. I think that was the consensus after the game. I have to listen to the comms. So Ryze dies again, his second death. Okay, we counter General Raptors. Get this great, look at this bind here. Oh, we win the game. Bot lane is over. Bot lane was just existing until this point. Now it's over. Bajangles. 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 Goodbye, Nautilus. Really great with Trundle ulti. Trundle, you. Okay, watch him hook here. Like, okay, I'm gonna hook to the turret. Wait, why is there a pillar in my way? Why is there a pillar in my way? I got a flash. So he has flash. He still dies. Oh, so bad. Anyway. Monster's trying to come down to help, but he doesn't help. Some replay. Replay business. Okay, and then what happens next? Shift to Baron. They shift to Baron. They gank top again. And this time Ryze able to trade kill, which is amazing. And Trevor TP's in the fight. We get a problem there with Trundle dying. So he doesn't have ulti. Right. We got a pick, right? We got a pick here in Nautilus. Okay, so I remember what happened. So we get this pick, then we call go mid, instant TPs. So then people are like, get vision, get vision, get vision. So Ray just walks in, and we think that Nautilus based, we think that Draven's gone. We know that she's just throwing stuff over the wall because that's what we do. No idea tracking where Sejuani is. So anyway, she's right there. That sucks. So they stymie our momentum very strongly there. And then we end up with 80 carries top lane. Half bad. Kill. Single kill. Okay. Then there's like two other important things to look at in this game. Let me fast forward. This doesn't matter. This is like another problem. Like, I think this is a decent fight, but Vincent does not see that Nico is trailing. So he's like walking over here trying to get closer to Power Buell so that they can play together. But I don't think he realized that Monster's like literally trailing him in the river, even though it was talked about. So again, problem with listening. Team. So he goes there. Meanwhile, Trundle has used the ulti and it's like trading his life for damage on the tanks, but we're not doing any damage on their tanks, so it's a bad trade. Yeah, actually we did a decent amount of damage on their tanks, huh? Jeez, Sejuani was annihilated by one QE combo from. Okay, anyway. They start Shelly again, I think? And then they pull off of it? I don't remember. Yep. We're just gonna get top lane instead. And we get Drake, and they get Shelly. And here's the replay of the second bad fight. They drop Shelly mid. Luckily, place already down, so it doesn't matter. And there's no dragon up, so it doesn't even matter if they force his mid or not. Basically, the worst possible use of Shelly that you can have. And the main goal for them was just to get it off the map so we don't use it, because we're outscaling them hard. So if we can accelerate without taking down turrets, even better. Trundle's like, okay, I think they can dive you. And Ryze is like, yeah, definitely they can dive me. So, but he does loses track of how many people are here, because nobody else is kind of assisting. Everybody else is really confused here too, a little bit. So anyway, there's too many people there, so they all die. Well, okay, one of them died. Gets out just fine. Meanwhile, Vincent is like taking pulling red buff there? Or was he getting wards? I don't know. Okay. Here goes. I think everybody's completed their tiers, guys. Are they all upgraded? No. Not Victor's. What Rise is this? So here, we know that they're going bot side, and I don't like this call because, first of all, they have Shelly. They go back box side. We really screwed this up. We should be hovering to that side and defending the Rise, because Victor can just completely win 1 versus 1. But for some reason, we're going to the Victor side, even though we have tier 2 still, and they are going on tier 1 diving. So it's just like, this is great from Ruin, but it's like really bad from our team. He's doing the best he can, but like this is I don't know. This isn't how we know how to play. So we base to defend. I don't think we lose inhibitor here ever, under any circumstances. Trevor, by the way, should already be based. Screw this. I hate it when he does this. But for some reason they decide to stay. So they should lose a couple people for that inhibitor, sure. But then like they should just run out. But for some reason they're like, no, we refuse to run out because my pride or something. Unfortunately, Nautilus has no mana. Can't run out. But like everybody else is kind of like overstays their welcome. I don't know why Haunster's going that way. Makes sense. He flashed that way. Anyway, so we kill 2 people and just immediately Baron because Lux shields make it so we don't really take that much damage. Turn on the Sejuani, kill her. We can go back. Then a couple of people call that we should reset and set up waves. Yep, mid bot. Victor goes and pushes 1 top, goes back in groups safely, and ends up getting in a fight. They know he's coming. They dive in there. This is really good for us. He's got 2-man laser and or the the stun box. And then this is really good for us. But we need to play a lot slower. Here I want Ray to be able to finish these wards. So I want the guys to like hit the wards here. And I want somebody to like, with a pink, to drop it in Raptors. Obviously. And drop one in King too. We're going to be fighting in a jungle. It's more helpful. So Ole Smurfs here. And then whatever. So Ezreal E's out. He doesn't have flash, but maybe he's okay. Lux shields him. He gets some shields. Okay, they're all tied down. Right? It's not that bad. He's fine. Okay, then Aurelia ulti. Look at him here. He walks over the knives, and then he walks back in the knives again. And then he just popped like a pop blossom. And then these 2 are just towing the line. 3 are just towing the line because they know that they can 1v3. Oh. That was lame. CLG Baron. And then they wait in a bush here. Of course they do. So this is looking very much like a CLG Baron, where we get Baron and then we all die a bunch. Woo. Okay, so we distribute to an ARAM. Rise comes along. This is a much better version of this game, of this fight. Really proud from the guys for the team fighting prowess. I wonder how long this is going to carry us. Like, what teams are better than us at team fighting right now? No, to be honest. Okay. Shouldn't he have left here too, since the enemy team was all out of vision? You mean no? Why would he leave? Oh, hey, there's a cricket. Hang on, guys, I could kill it. Ugh. I don't want a cricket in my facility. Crawling around. Sorry, all you PETA people. No, I don't. You mean the bot lane death? Tier 2? You should be defending this side, and you should be able to hold this. He clears the wave. 2 shots. They can't do the turret anymore. Dodges the Sejuani ulti. He doesn't have flash. Oh, he only has. But like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Lux and Ezreal are hugging the wrong side. They both have global ultis. Trundle should be with him. Victor should be 1v1ing the Nico. Victor has like fully outscaled her at this point. Never mind. Nico's fed as heck. Has 2.5 items and Victor only has 1.5. Okay, take that back. Maybe we need to hug Victor's side right now. Jeez, I didn't even notice. Okay, in which case what he's doing is fine. He cleared the wave. I think he literally could have just walked out there. Like, actually could have literally walked out. He's trying to get fancy, right? He just keep walking right now. He's fine. He just goes into the creep minions and runs. Like, nobody can kill him. If he's just running, like, he's already backstepped, right? He can't get auto-attacked by Nautilus. I guess they all have flash. Nautilus could flash on him. But, like, Sejuani already missed ulti and used Q. So, he literally can just run into the creep wave here. Probably be totally fine. I don't know. It's kind of funny. He tries to get fancy with the ulti, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't think any of those deaths was like there's no point to dodging them. Okay, so they overstay, we kill some of them, then we go to Baron, zone Sejuani, turn. Great, we do it again. Alright. So back to where we were. Oh, this part. So did Ryze already die up top? He did. Yeah, I think he did. And now he's bot and he's pushing. No, he didn't die yet. But yeah, this is the red fight. It's so dumb. It's such a CLG Baron right now. Just get Baron and then just all Fiesta in the jungle and die. Noxious. Okay, Ryze takes the turret. They camp him. Play, whatever. Alright. Push up mid. We're grouped as 5 now. This is a much better version of that fight. Hello, Hanser. I don't know what you're doing. Hello, Contracts. Billy has officially ulted you. We're now a piece of paper. Goodbye, Mr. Paper. Good to see you. Come out with a health disadvantage and we have to base. Ryze looks like he's going back bot. Now this is when we get the sick shifts, right? Haven't happened yet. Okay, so we secure some bot vision. Drake. I don't like this padding at all. This is the part where I was like, guys, Lux is basing. Walk around. Already seated mid vision. Or mid position. Just walk all the way around. I don't want you zoned out of here when they're engaging on our turret. They have so much engage. If they just like went forward and if Nautilus zoned that choke, the Relia, and like Sejuani was just kind of like looking in there, or Sejuani was zoning that choke maybe, along with Hanser's cooldowns, and they just look for the dive. I don't even think we can defend this mid tier turret, but for some reason they don't zone us. And instead they like try to engage on us and then let us walk through that choke. And meanwhile, Rune is pushing bot and they're on a timer and they're like, what do we do? So they start Baron to get the TP. They should leave after the TP. So he walks up, so they're like, oh shoot, we don't get the TP, but then they have to leave, but we zone them off mid. It's like, okay, Ray here takes the most dangerous path of all time ever in a million years. Like, throw me the game more. Why in God's name would you walk there? Why wouldn't you walk with your team? And what the heck is this? What the heck is this? Why in God's name are 2 champions walking through here? Does not that scream to you like Wombo me? I mean, come on. Habits. Bad habits. Rise is waiting there for the solo kill. She doesn't fall for it. Good map awareness haunts her. He's waiting there. Okay, look at all this time. He's waiting. He's waiting. Waiting. He cancels his recall twice already. He's waiting. Okay, he leaves. Doesn't face check. Okay, so we're staying pretty grouped now. I guess we're scared of ungrouping. Anyway, what happens here? Oh, Nico's not there. We're 4. I don't get this. There's 4 of us grouped. Rise has TP. There's only 3 of them grouped. They're going in 3v4 and expecting a TP. So these TPs have to be on point and on time. So here's the first one. Okay, thank you. Trundle's been called to block all of these. I think Sejuani has only hit Trundle and missed Power of Evil. Those are the only 2 targets. Okay, so that sucks. So they back out, but it's too late because he gets Trundle pillared and then Lux queued, and then he has no resistances, so he's just annihilated. Then there's a TP from Nico, so they go on the TP. Oh, Aurelia. No. The Pot Blossom Aurelia misses her stun, misses her ulti. Nico gets insta-gibbed, and then I think Aurelia literally gets run down here by Victor. Dies. Nope, she flashes out. Okay. Victor flashes in. Ultis. Rise. Ultis them in. We kill Deathly. And that's the game. Alright guys, so that was our week. Next week, we have a very busy week. Again, it's our 3rd week of content. 3rd week of content on our off day. So again, we don't have an off day next week. It's very brutal. So we're going to keep trying to not have any burnout, and we're going to keep trying to keep focus in our scrims. And we have, hopefully now, we're going to get like even better scrim partners than before because we're doing better. And hopefully that'll help us stay even more focused as a team and better as a team. So appreciate all the support. Good luck with your week. I'll see you all next time.